Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. It's our first lecture related to social studies, geography for class 8th. First lecture is from chapter number 1. Name of the chapter is Maps and Diagrams, as maps and diagrams are very much important while we study geography. Let's have a look upon the learning outcomes of the students. After this lecture, inshallah, students will be able to define map, discuss importance of maps, discuss different types of maps, discuss distribution maps. Before starting our first chapter, as it is related to geography, let's have a meaning of geography. The word geography originates from two Greek words. The first is geo, which means the earth, and the second is graph, which means to write. So, geography means study about the earth with the help of pictures, graphs, tables, etc. So, definition of geography is that it is a science that deals with the description, distribution, and interaction of the diverse physical, biological, and cultural features of the Earth's surface. As the chapter name is Maps and Diagrams, so first of all, we have a definition of map. A representation of the features of an area of the earth or whole of the earth on a flat surface according to a scale is called a map. Geographers prepare maps by using different data and methods which help to obtain information about the areas quickly. Here the question arises, why maps are made? Maps are made to show the physical features of an area, distribution of agricultural production, population distribution, political administrative divisions of any region, or to show weather conditions, etc. There may be a lot of other reasons. We are going to discuss some of other reasons while discussing the importance of maps. To study different places of the world, first of all, knowledge of their location is important. That can be acquired by maps. Maps not only identify the exact location of a place, but can also highlight its physical and economic significance. For example, with the help of political maps, exact location and boundaries can be identified. Similarly, physical maps tell us about the physical features like mountains, plateaus, plains, etc. of any region. Weather map tells us about the weather conditions of a country or a region. It not only tells us about the current weather variations but also helps in forecasting the coming weather conditions on daily basis. Maps also help in determining the direction of different places. Aeroplanes and ships move to their destinations with the help of maps. Here in front of you is a picture of different types of maps. Some are of physical nature, others are cadastral and also administrative maps. So there are different types of maps. For example, atlas map, topographical or physical maps, thematic maps, which are also known as the distribution maps, and cadastral maps. Atlas map. The example of such a map is in front of you. Atlas maps are prepared for countries, continents, and world with less details and general information. These maps provide important information about larger areas. For example, distribution of rainfall, temperature, forests, minerals, and climatic conditions at continental level. Here is another example of a map. It is known as topographical or physical map, in which different levels of the earth, low and high levels of the earth, are shown with the help of different shades, different colors. As you know, the red color is going to show the highest elevation of Pakistan, and the gray color going to show us the lowest levels of the earth in Pakistan, as this map is about Pakistan. So topographical maps are prepared for smaller areas with all the details. For example, low lying and elevated areas, rivers, streams, forests, railways, roads, etc. present in that area. Here is another example of a map. It is known as cadastral maps. They show us the more details about an area, its streets, and even houses and number of houses. These are large scale maps. These maps contain more details as compared to topographical maps. These maps provide information at village or town level about ownership of farms and houses. Similarly, cadastral maps of cities provide detailed information about every house, block, street, road, parks, and markets and hospitals, etc. The next type of map is known as distribution map. Distribution maps are prepared to show and compare distribution of different phenomena. For example, population of an area, number of cattle, mineral reserves, production and division of crops, etc. Distribution maps are of two types: qualitative and quantitative. Qualitative maps only show quality of the production and not the quantity, and quantitative maps show variations in production or numbers. Quantitative maps can be prepared by two methods that are known as dot method and shade method, also known as dot maps and shade maps. So first of all, we are going to look at the dot method. A dot distribution map is a map that uses a dot symbol to show the division of population or agricultural production of a specific area. Here is an example of a dot map in front of you, and you can see the dot maps rely on a visual scatter to show distribution pattern. To prepare such distribution maps, area is divided into smaller units, that is provinces, divisions, districts, tehsils or towns. Before placing the dots on map, physical map of the region must be consulted to know that where most of the dots should be placed or where the dots are not required. This method is usually considered suitable for display of absolute data or total amounts. Any variation in production can be estimated from the number of dots. There are some demerits of dot method as well. According to data, number of dots is determined according to a scale in such a manner that number of dots should not be too high or too low. In case of large number of dots, there may be inadequate or a little space available. On the other hand, fewer dots in a large unit may distort the correct visual concept of the map. Therefore, care has to be taken while selecting scale for dots. The next type of math in distribution is shade map or shading method. Here in front of you, map of Pakistan is there, which is going to show us agricultural land use, and different colors are going to show different type of things. For example, the dark green color shows us forested area in Pakistan. Green color is depicting small trees, areas having small trees. Yellow color is showing us the desert vegetation where the vegetation is sparse or less. Green color is showing us about the areas where cultivation is of rice is happened, and the brown area tells us about the areas where wheat is cultivated. It's a good example of shading method. In shading method, a country's population or production of various goods can be shown on the map, and we have to use different colors or the tones or shades of lighter or darker uh, shades of one color can be used. It is known as shading method, also known as choropleth map. The major drawback of this method is that the division of anything seems uniformly distributed everywhere, whereas variations may take place depending on the time and place. Sometimes, to show agricultural production in different regions, it becomes difficult to ignore non productive areas, that is, mountains, rivers, and lakes, etc. While winding up the lecture, let's have a summary. We have discussed about the maps and diagrams which play important role in the study of various geography related phenomena. We also discussed about the definition of map, a representation of the features of an area of the earth or whole of the earth on a flat surface according to a scale is called a map. There are different types of maps, for example, physical maps, administrative maps, political maps, weather maps, road maps, etc. Your home assignments are you have to prepare a long list of different types of maps, and you have to read the chapter number 1 from page number 1 to 5. Also, I hope you are now able to write related short and detailed answers of the questions given in the exercise at the end of the chapter. Thank you. Allah bless you.